What's up, YouTube? This is B-Side Investing, looking into HIVE Blockchain and their new recent purchase of about, I want to say, about 711 petahash of miners. So let's just look at the price action today for a bit. It's currently at 536, up 11%. The news was released early in the morning, and also they did release another one here about their Q3 21 financial results. So it's a webcast, and you can register to be a part of it. It's at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that's tomorrow. So yeah, and right, so I didn't the price is not as, like, the percentage is not as high as I was expecting it to be. It's kind of low. I mean, HUT is up 11% without any news. Bitfarm's up 9%. That's not bad. But DMG's up. Well, that's separate. And the Mara and Riot, they're up like 20%. I guess that's the advantage of being in the US market. So let's just get into this. The HIVE Blockchain surpasses its Bitcoin mining capacity goal of 2 exahash for 2021 to a new level of 2.474 exahash. And so this goal will be exceeded with the purchase of 10.5k miners with an aggregate operating hash rate of 711 petahash, and that'll bring up the total capacity to 2.474 exahash per second. So this is going to be delivered by 2 different companies and in separate tranches, so separate delivery dates. And if you look here, they want to do this obviously because they don't want to depend on one supplier, so that makes more sense to me. I was hoping maybe there was another company in there, but 2 is still good. There's also to reduce the risk of the COVID thing, so there might be a risk of not getting it delivered on time, and other factors also. And let's see. So the first supplier, this is a bigger deal, bigger piece of the transaction here. It's looking at 9k miners at 666 petahash, delivered in 5 tranches. So 1,000 miners in June and 2,000 miners each in the month of September, October, November, and December of this year. So these are all going to be for Bitcoin mining. And the second one is by a different supplier, and it's 1,500 miners at an aggregate hash rate of 45 petahash. So this equipment is going to be delivered sooner than the bigger order. So it's in the next 30 days, and it's by the end of this month. Looks like, yeah. So this is in line with their strategy to continue to increase Bitcoin mining capacity, and they intend to continue utilizing cash flow to make opportunistic investment in ASIC and GPU next generation mining equipment that can provide positive gross mining margins. So their current self-mining operation on the cloud is 315 petahash of ASICs operation Bitcoin mining, and about 2,725 gigahash of GPU operation mining Ethereum. So this will also increase their memory card upgrade and previously announced expansion plans in Sweden. So it seems like it's also harder for new GPU miners to get in because of the lack of, or their shortage of ASIC chips and GPU chips. And on the second-hand market, it's the prices are way higher, and seems quite risky for the payback period and all that. So so the ESG focus and looking like only green energy usage, which they're in line with the location that they've chosen: Iceland, Sweden, and Quebec, Canada. So, and so this order, the one that's coming in the next 30 days, it's going to be installed, is similar to the one they had 5 days ago. Sorry, they had the order for 3,000 miners at a operating hash rate of 90 petahash. So that's 30 terahash per miner, which is, well, I have my own opinions about it. It's not that great, but that's what the second one is looking like. I'm guessing those are the same that's the same company that's providing the one that had the previous order, the 1,500 for 45 petahash, and this one, the 666 petahash with 9,000 miners, averages about 74 terahash per miner. So you're right. So I've also updated the Q4 target. Now, this is not going to be the same, of course, as the company keeps updating. I will keep updating my chart for you to look at it and for your reference. And also expect more orders in Q2 and Q3, because Hut will definitely do that, and looks like Bitfarm and Riot also have bigger orders. And don't expect Hive to just sit there and let other Canadian companies just pass them. So definitely expect more, and we'll also probably see more partnerships or purchase of cheaper electricity, and probably in Quebec, or maybe it could be in the other spots that they have of warehouses or data centers. So I have done previous videos on Hive. Just check them out to be up to date, and so you have a chronological order of the videos and the updates that I've been giving. So with Hive, right, with the 74 petahash or terahash, sorry. So with the 74 terahash, I have two companies that comes to mind that could be providing, and that's MicroBT WhatsMiner and Bitmain. So now, logically, I won't think that they would purchase 2019 products, so I'll go with 2020 ones, and it makes sense that they might purchase the M32S right here, along with the M31S and the M31S Plus. So I would say probably an average between those three miners. That would give an average of 74 terahash. So I think that's what's happening if they go with MicroBT WhatsMiners. Now, if they go with the Bitmain Ant miners, I would think that they're going with the M32S and the M32S, and then the S17 Plus and the T19. So accumulation of those three miners, and probably number averaging to 74 terahash between those 9,000 next generation mining units. So those two. So it could also be Canaan. I mean, it could be Canaan as well, with just these two right here, the 1114 Pro and the 1166 Pro, which also makes sense, 63 and 81. So this does make sense with the efficiency of the profitability with margins. The income to electricity usage ratio does make sense to go with these, but I would understand, because there is shortages of miners and chips and all that factor into it. So they're probably just buying what's available to them, and the units and everything is timing, right? So with the cash that they have, and the delivery schedule, and the likeliness of it being delivered on time and all that. So right, so with the 31, with the second order of 1500 miners, we have to go all the way down, which once again, it could be the micro BT, but this time I think it might just be the Bitmain and miners. Right, yeah, or the micro BT. They have a few here. Right, they have two here. So they have, which doesn't average to 30, but do they have anything lower? No, that's okay, that's far-fetched. They're not gonna go for that, so. Right, it might just be Bitmain then, or Canaan. Canaan is a 20, and the other one is at 37. Interesting. But Bitmain, we have 28, and then we have 17, 23 terahash, and then we have 34. So it might be, so it might be an accumulation of S15 and SDR5, which is really old. Or it could just be this, the Analyst 2 Turbo. I think I did that speculation. It doesn't make sense to go all the way back to 2018 with very low efficient, but right, the usage is high at 2400 watts, and wait, this is not even SHA 2256. What the hell? So okay, right, so I'm just going with micro BT then. Could just be the bang as well. I mean, 512 average per day with this current price of 48, and Bitcoin is currently at 48.5, and we saw a low of 43 on the weekend. So right, so the main thing is that the orders are coming in and the hash rate is increasing. It's just, I was expecting something along the lines of 80 plus average, but this is average about 64 terahash, so that's still good with what's available. So once again, that's it for this one. Thank you for watching. Please feel free to like and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think of HIVE, if you have invested in HIVE. And I think we've seen the lows of Bitcoin going down. I was expecting a low of 40. That was my threshold. That was my target. Because last time we saw, if you do 6 months back, we saw a high of 40.7, and then it went all the way down to 30. So about 30% to 40% down, 20 to 30%. That figure is not accurate. I'm just giving a range. So we see a pullback and just boom, going up. Of course, this is in line with my target of 150 US dollar, 150k price target for this year. So we've seen more institutional buyers purchasing Bitcoin, and I really don't think this is the time to panic and sell. So if you have Bitcoin, or if you're invested in Bitcoin miners and just Ethereum as well, it's not the time to sell. It's time to load up, because just follow the smart money. If you just like, if you don't have any trust in like watching YouTube videos and like people just saying, oh, it's going up, no, just follow the smart money, follow the big institutional money, right? Like Tesla bought it. I'm sure Tesla's going to add up more. Square just bought more, so I think Square loaded up $150 million. So just expect more of these companies to keep adding up once they realize that it's, at least for me, it's a hedge against inflation and just the US dollar as well. So yeah, and great. Please know this is not financial advice, and please invest wisely, do your own research, build that conviction up. I don't know why I do this when I close. I keep getting more ideas and thoughts to share. So, right, so that's been the HIVE update video. I hope that was helpful. And yeah, see you in the next one. Peace.